Hey guys, welcome back. For you guys that don't know, my name is Chris and I'm restoring this Feta 26. It's a little project boat that I purchased. The history of this, it's a late 70s, early 80s boat, and it is a racing Feta. So yeah, busy restoring this, and let me get you up to speed. So we've been having quite a bit of rain while I was down under. I installed the bilge pump just to empty up because of a stanchion. If you remember, the stanchion that broke over created a leak, and with all the rain the boat became a pool, so we had to sort that out. Installed the bilge pump, get the water out. So the plan for this weekend is to try and sort out this mess that we've got going on here. Start cleaning it up, taking out all these broken pieces of the floor or the sole, remove it, and then the plan is to use a closed cell foam to level up those blocks where you can see the water is building up. I want to level them out so that the water can actually flow over it. I'll just keep the keel bolts exposed, but apart from that I want it leveled up to the top of those ribs, so that we've got a place where the water can run and drain to the front bilge. Just there in front of the mast support, you'll see that's a little square cutaway, that's a bilge. So we are going to have the bilge pump in there. The manual bilge pump hose pipe is also going there. So the plan is to have all the water collect in one space and then pump it out from there. So yeah, I'm not going to be talking too much today. I'm going to put it on a time lapse and just show you what I'm busy doing. Good morning guys. So yesterday I managed to remove the sole. Still got to sort out the backside here, but that's not too important for today. We need to get the foam poured. The plan is to pour the foam so that we've got a nice level surface. I'm going to pour the foam here at the back as well, so that we've got a nice level surface so that the water can all run through to the bilge in front, and we'll pump it out from there. So I've got the closed cell foam mixture already poured out. I'm going to mix it now, and then I'm going to pour it into this cavity first. You are lucky you are watching me doing this for the very first time. I've got no idea what to expect, but let's go ahead and do this. I just took one of the panels that I removed from the engine bay and I've covered it with duct tape, just so that I can put it on top. The idea is to lay it, let me just get this out of the way. The idea is to lay it like this, put the brick on it and pour the mixture, put this on and put the brick on it, so that it can expand up to the level that I wanted, but then also fully fill and not just mushroom out. So let's go ahead and do this. The working time of this stuff is not much, it's literally seconds. So here goes nothing. What I need to do is I need to pour both of them. Give it a good mix. and then we pour it out, and we'll see what happens from there. So according to the manufacturer specs, this expands 15 times its own volume, but it also depends on the temperature for the day. Today is not that hot. It is only, what's what, 10 o'clock in the morning now, so we are probably around about 20 degrees. So let's see. Just want to leave that like that for a while so that the excess can drip out. And there you can see it is actually starting to foam. Amazing stuff. So let's get the lid on and see what it does. We'll just weigh it down with a brick. And now we wait. Okay, so looking at the expansion here, my calculations was way off. I should do double what I did. That should work out fairly okay. So let's mix another batch, pour it in and see how it fares. I'll bring you back after I've done this. Okay, so I have managed to fill the foam. We now need to trim it and get it level. I've actually run out of foam. My foam is finished, and I still need to fill in a little bit. There's a couple of voids that I'll have to fill in, but what I'll do is I'll first sand it flat, get it nice and level, and then see where I need to fill some voids, and then I'll bring in some more foam and just cover it and fill it up. Hey guys, I've been sitting here looking at this boat, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I have absolutely no idea. So I think the plan of action is to empty out this boat, get it empty, get it a little bit cleaned up, and then put all the cushions, everything back in its places the way the layout was designed to be. Then it'll give me an idea of what I'm working with and what the previous owners had in mind when they designed the layout. I've been looking online at other theatres to try and get ideas, but this is a racing theatre. It's not a standard theatre, so it does have a total different layout. For example, these cockpit walls, or whatever it's called, extends a lot further in this boat than what it extends in a standard theatre, giving you a lot less space inside the cabin. Oh, it's hot in here. Giving you a lot less space to work with inside the cabin. So my logic was, when you're out on the water, are you going to spend the time inside the cabin, or are you going to spend the time outside in the cockpit, enjoying the weather, enjoying swimming, fishing, whatever you want to do, sailing? And my logic said we're going to spend majority of the time in the outside. Inside is purely going to be sleeping quarters if it gets to the point where we actually do sleep on the boat. So I'm still happy with the choice that I made. I'm just trying to figure out what it's supposed to look like. That's the biggest of issues. So I think I'm going to set up a time lapse and just let camera capture what I'm busy doing, cleaning it out, stripping it out, and then I'll bring you back when we've got a layout, when we've got all the cushions in their spaces, and then we can talk through it and see what should we do. maybe in the comments you guys can also give me an idea of what you would do, but at this stage, like I said, I am at a loss. I have no idea what I'm planning on doing here, and yeah, so yeah, let's set up a time lapse and take it from there. Okay, so like you've seen, I removed everything, gave it a quick wipe, put the cushions back the way I could figure it out. I have absolutely no idea what these cushions are for. Does not make sense. I have no idea. But the blue ones that's still outside there, those are definitely the cockpit cushions, because they've got space for zippers to slide over the lifelines between the stanchions. So I'm convinced the blue ones, and it's also UV protected material, so those I'm convinced they're going outside. I don't really know what to do here. I think I'm gonna have to take a bit of time and think about this, trying to figure out, because if I look at what they've done, that little shelf there, I think there's a lot of well, I suppose not really that much, but there's still some wasted space there. You could actually have made some cutouts in that panel there, and you can store items there. On a little boat like this, especially this small, you cannot waste storage. It's just what it is. I think I'm going to have to maybe I'll start by removing these trimmings, these boxes. I'm not sure what's going on behind there, and strip out the window coverings. They're rotten, they need to be replaced. And so yeah, let's give you a bit of a view there. There's the old battery cabin. I'm not sure I'm going to put the battery there, since the bulge is there. The bulge is here and then the battery cabin is there. I don't think that makes sense. I would rather put the batteries centrally, towards the keel somewhere. So I'll probably be putting it, see if I can put the batteries in the midsection somewhere. You want to keep weight central. Don't want to weigh down the stern side or the bow. So yeah, but yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think, what you would do. Like I said, it is hot. Yeah, it is humid inside, and it's been raining. It's expected to rain again today, so I won't be finishing up this today, because I have to sand it down. That's not the big issue. The issue is I don't have enough foam to fill it up, and then I have to glass over it, and the weather is not glassing weather, so I think we'll keep that for another day. Well, I have to get some more foam in any case. So yeah, let's leave that here for now. Hey guys, so yeah, I've decided that portion there, that's just a cover hole, and I wanted to see what's behind that, because this just is a disaster. Whoever glassed here did not know or did not give a damn, because there was zero surface preparation done. I started picking up signs there when I pulled out this, I don't know what it is that they tried to do there. The glass just peeled off. Then I stripped out this entire box. It's got a little access hole, and that one as well. It has an access hole there at the back. There you can see, there's the access hole there. So I don't know how they thought you would utilize the space, because to access that, let me show you where you need to access it from. You need to get inside here and then go there and access it from there. That just did not make sense. In no place in my mind does that make sense. So I've made the decision to rip it out. There's a ton of space here which is not being utilized. I'm thinking that maybe it's an option. I just want to go and see what these rails are. If I can remove these rails, whatever it is, we're going to have a look now. Then we can make access hatches from the top. Glass this in, give it a proper box or proper base and sides, and glass it in properly. Open up the hatches on top. Let's go and have a look and see what is there. Okay, so what we have here is that pulley. It's a slide rail for that pulley. Doesn't make sense to waste that space. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it open here and make this entire thing accessible from the top. This will give me lovely hatches where I can stow my safety vests and a bunch of stuff. I'll have two enormous boxes. So I think that's what we're going to do here. Sometimes I don't understand. Even this side, if you look at this section here, there's a lot of space which is pretty much inaccessible. And there's a ton of space. So I want to see what the possibility is to make those hatches as well. I might not be able to get to open all of them, but if I can glass it in from the bottom, give it a proper base and glass in the sides and make it a waterproof box, then there's an option to create a smaller hatch but a big box from the top, accessible from the top, where you can store your sails. You can, I don't know, but yeah, just thought I would share this with you. So yeah, let me continue the destruction. Okay, so what I've done, so I've opened up starboard side as well. This bulkhead I want to remove because this thing is full. I want to replace it, but the chain plate is secured to this. It's bolted from the outside. So I'm going to remove the chain plate so that I can actually get access and get this removed. And this side and the port side is pretty much the same. Pretty much front. So let's go outside and then we can remove those brackets. Okay, let's see. One down, one to go. Okay. It's done, it's off. Let me take over the other one. I'm not going to bore you with watching grind of bolts, it's pretty much boring. So I'll see you again. Okay, so once you start with demo, it's difficult to stop, because the more and more you dig, the more and more you find. I'm now at the point where I'm thinking everything's gonna go. I'm going to rip it out until I've got an empty hull and start from scratch, because trying to work with a base like this just does not make sense. So yeah, looks like the idea of getting onto the water this season is just an idea. It's not going to happen. So yeah, it's not exactly what I had in mind, but you've got to deal with the cards that was played for you. I bought the boat with knowing that there's quite a bit of work. I see I've got a crack here as well that needs to be ground out. Now the person that did the glass work here, I don't know what they did, but they did zero prep. The glass just pulls off. There was no grounding. They're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, but whatever they tried, it did not work for them. So yeah, that's where we are.